Look at us. There we are. There we were. We'll always be right here on this beautiful morning.
Isn't it weird how transient memory can be? This incorporeal fragment of the past, as fragile and waning as the mortal lives it captures. We embed these things onto objects, imbue them with power to escape the inevitable decay of our own minds. And it is through that power that we also share ourselves with the world, with our loved ones, with strangers. A familial bond and a desperate cry into the void, a desire to be remembered by those who love you, and a longing to be known by someone, anyone. Season, A Letter to the Future is a game all about memory. Through its gorgeous landscapes and intimate storytelling, it presents remembrance as a radical act of kindness, even when such evocation can be painful. It presents memory less as a puzzle, more as a creative choice. The central journaling mechanic is not an accident. It speaks to a profound realization. The truth is the truth. Immutable and oft brutal, but through considered framing, the context behind it can be made beautiful. Season's opening moments set not only the scene, but the expectations of the player for the kind of game they're about to play. We open in a bedroom, the player character establishing the journey ahead before allowing you to explore your surroundings. You can interact with an assortment of imbued objects that you're not really quite sure of the context of, beyond brief oratory summations, and as it conspires, it doesn't really matter. The details aren't important, because the impact of such things is explicit. Before you are allowed to embark on your journey, a sacrifice has to be made. A donation of memory, but not your own. A ritual of protection performed. Your mother, in her infinite generosity, a perfectly condensed act of unconditional love, surrenders something of herself in order to steel you against that which might take you. Each longing dive back into the past, given willingly and turned to ash, fills a section of a pendant that you will carry with you until the very end of your journey. 5 pristine recollections in total, each representing a different sense, a broad spectrum of experience that understands fully that, given enough time, no entity is ever just itself. This sacrifice is not nothing. Your mother claims it to be painless, yet you can clearly see the anguish on her face. She can barely find the words to escape from her lips, and it is understood implicitly what all this means. This sacrifice is given willingly, a gesture to the gods to enshrine the absolute knowledge that all of time is precious, that legacies must be upheld even if the truths they contain are not always so glamorous, and that true love means knowing when to let go of the things that bring you comfort in order to protect those that you hold even more dear. The ritual performed, your farewells met. You go on your way, safe in the knowledge that whatever finds you will not take that which is most precious to you. Your journey is long and bountiful. You will meet many strangers who will become friends. You will learn about the world, about the seasons that preceded this one now drawing to a close. You will meet people who see remembrance as an act of terror, as well as those who understand how grief is the price of love. I could write for hours about the individual moments that made up my time in Season. It's a game for which every minute spent offers up something profound, something meaningful and life-affirming. But for all my time playing, I forever remain stuck on those opening moments, the painful farewell of a mother and child at the apex of the world's end, setting you off on a journey of discovery, highlighting the formative nature of the past and why it's so important to remember it. It's for this reason that the journal is so vital a tool for helping the player to understand what this is all in aid of. The past is the past, but it's our memory of it that shapes us. Season is a game about a lost history and an unknown future. Your travels take you across a landscape littered with the remnants of the past, both personal and abstract. You will find the effects of strangers so deeply intimate that participation almost feels too intrusive. You will uncover great acts and attempt to make sense of old cultures under this surprisingly cozy blanket of the pending end of the world as you know it. And you never really know what this end of the season will actually entail. We see how it's predicted, but not what it means for the communities that survive. But again, the details are not important. The impact is explicit, and the ephemeral nature of these specificities is part of what makes this game so special. Because it's been built in already, enshrined in those opening moments as you inhale the breath of a lifetime of living and send yourself out into the world to face down the past, present, and future, armed not with a weapon, but with a means of consolidating all of these eras into one, with your camera, recorder, and journal in hand, a cute little bike as your steed, and love nestled comfortably in your heart. Not even divine forces can halt you. Season is a game about memory, about resonating with the lives of everyone who came before you, and the actions you take to protect their heritage for future generations. It encompasses everything and everyone, and in doing that provides a template for how to tell stories that are both grand and intimate. It is, to my mind, a sublime work, something truly special, and I feel so fortunate to have the chance to participate in it. The future may be set in stone, but it's what we do with the time we have left that matters.